Hey everybody, thanks for watching again. This is Comics with Drew, but as you can see here, we're not really looking at comics. We're looking at Heather Antos, senior editor at Valiant and also at Image, previously of Marvel, Star Wars, Disney. She is nerdier than you are, and she's the creator of Signal Boost Sunday, etc., etc. Okay, so the reason why I'm talking about Heather here is, I wasn't gonna do it. Heather's been busting out some hot takes as of late, but and they're pretty lame. One of them was she was very angry about some kind of situation with, I believe it was an airline, if I'm not mistaken, and so she decided that it was the proper recourse would be to go to Twitter with her verified check mark and state that we needed to F capitalism. Although she didn't use the word F. This is a family channel, as you can imagine. But basically, she's not what I would consider maybe the most well thought out person. But anyway, so I wasn't gonna say anything about this latest thing, but then I found out that uh, Heather has blocked me, and it may be that she ran a blockchain. It may also be that she just didn't like a retweet of somebody else that I did, where I basically criticized her statement here. The statement that we're going to talk about is this statement: Comic professionals aren't customer service representatives. Okay, so I mean, I would imagine that Heather here is a comic professional, since she's a senior editor at Valiant and Image. That would be a comic professional. And she's also on social media. This is Twitter, like right here. See, Twitter. So that means that you're public facing. Now, my day job is basic. There's a strong component of customer service in my day job. But there's a couple things that irritate me about this particular tweet here. And I know what she's trying to say. What she's trying to say is that artists and writers and editors that are on social media, their job is not to do customer service for people who are angry about comics. That's a problematic statement, to say the least, because she is on social media and she is name dropping where she works. Okay, that's key here. This isn't Heather Antos's private Twitter account where she and her friends and family get to discuss the matters of the day. She is out here publicly. This is me. This is me, senior editor at Valiant and Image. Therefore, I'm putting myself out for interaction with the public. Okay. And what that means basically is that she is engaging right here in a form of customer service. And what she needs to understand, and I understand that the whole thing is about this comment is really directed more at the people that say, well, the comic reader is the person that you should be listening to, and we're your customers. And this is a big Comicsgate thing, is that uh, creatives and professionals in the industry are on social media, and they're dunking on customers who are loyal readers, and they're very angry about that. And a lot of people, um, with justification, feel that they are the customer, and you as a creative should be treating us properly, or treating that person properly as a customer, not as someone that is to be denigrated and yelled at and screamed at and name called and ostracized, etc., ad infinitum. However, we seem to be missing that here with certain people, and Heather appears to be one of these people. Here's the problem: Heather is an editor, she's a senior editor. She is not customer service. Customer service isn't uh, the people that what she's thinking about are the people that like pick up the phone when you call the airline company, like she did, and was very angry about something. The person on the other end of that line is doing customer service, and she is that customer, and so therefore they need to do her bidding. Okay, that's how she is thinking of customer service. But Heather, being a senior editor at a pretty large company, should know better than that. Heather should recognize that when she puts herself out on social media and says, I am a representative of this company, I work for this company, I'm a higher up in management for this company. Therefore, when I engage with people on social media, I am also engaging in a form of customer service. And she doesn't seem to understand that. And she needs to recognize that because when you are putting yourself out in this kind of situation, you need to treat people in general properly with respect because you are a representative of your company. You are providing customer service to the people who you engage with on Twitter. If you want to go on Twitter or social media in general and you want to drop your hot takes about the culture and the current events and the topic of the day, then and you want to do it without any kind of repercussion and without any kind of blowback, then you need to be able to do that without saying that, hey, this is the company that I work for. And the reason why is because what you say reflects on your company, period. So when you go out here and you start dumping on customers and you start saying F capitalism and you start saying we're not customer service, so F you, you incels, which is basically the attitude she has here. What you're doing is you're telling people that this is the way Valiant and the way Image think of people who buy comics or people in general. You don't even have to deal with people who are talking about buying comics. You need to act like a frigging human being, okay? You need to act like someone who was not raised on an island in The Lord of the Flies. You need to act like someone who is mature and well reasoned and knows how to engage with people. And until you can do that, you shouldn't be blue check marking yourself and talking about all your wonderful accomplishments professionally because you're reflecting poorly on your company. All right. It's kind of like when people, you see those little fish bumper stickers, people like put a bumper sticker, look, I'm a Christian and blah, blah, blah. And then they run around and they cut someone off. Okay. Or they flip someone the bird. All right. Now, do you want that person? I mean, imagine that person, you get them out, you start talking to them, and you start talking to them about the fact that they're saying that they're a Christian person, but then they're acting in an unchristian manner. Is that something that really is conducive to that? That's one of the reasons why I don't put any kind of bumper sticker on my car, because someone might take offense at something that I do. I don't run around flipping people off, and I really try not to cut people off. But I don't want someone taking something out of context and then associating it with a cause that I believe in. That's where I don't have bumper stickers. You're doing that on Twitter here. Basically, you're putting a bumper sticker on your social media account saying that, look, I represent this company. So when I say F capitalism, I'm a representative of Valiant and Image. I'm a senior editor at a publishing company, and I hate capitalism. All right. Now this may be a bona fide for some people, but it should not be something that you put out on your professional communication, which is what this is. Okay. This here is professional communication because it's not private. Tweets are not protected. Now, if she wants to protect her tweets and drop hot takes all day long, then that's great. But she needs to learn how to act like someone that is in her position. Now, I'm not going to talk about what kind of job she's done at Marvel or at Star Wars or I guess Lucasfilm or at Disney. I'm not going to talk about any of that because that doesn't really matter. I'm going to talk about, like I said previously, about the Donny Cates thing. I'm going to call balls and strikes. Now, apparently Heather isn't really too down with me calling balls and strikes on her because she blocked me. But, whatever. I don't care. It's not like I can't look at her account because it's not protected. I'm not even logged in here. Plus, I've got like 15 other different Twitter accounts. I can look at her anytime that I want and see anything that she has to say. But the bottom line is, these kind of takes here are not helping. Comic professionals aren't customer service representatives. You're right. Maybe they should get off of social media if they don't know how to interact with people like actual human beings. All right. If you can't deal with the Thunderdome, then you shouldn't be in it. All right, you should not be on social media if you can't deal with people who are going to disagree with you about something or people who are going to be rude. Because there are going to be people who are going to be rude, and yeah, there are going to be people that are asses, but you are putting yourself out there as a professional with your name. You're not an anonymous account here. You're not on a burner account, and you are putting out your attitude, and it's not going to always reflect properly. And Heather needs to learn that, okay? And people like Heather, and I don't mean necessarily in comics, but in general, should not be on social media badging themselves with their employer's branding and then dropping hot takes on things, okay? It's not responsible, all right? With great power comes great responsibility. I'm not sure how much power you have as senior editor at Valiant, but for what it's worth, there's still responsibility. Heather needs to get this under control, in my opinion. Of course, I'm not her employer, and maybe her employer is cool with it, but I can guarantee you most employers would not be. So that's my take on this. Again, thanks for watching. And if you liked it or like what you hear, go ahead and like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell if you want to hear more of my tirades or lack thereof. Um, then, if you did not like this, okay, well, maybe you can go ahead and block me on social media like Heather did. Uh, but that's my take on this. And uh, it's really sad that people in this position can't seem to grasp this, and someone should probably take her aside and explain it to her, since I don't think that she's ever going to see this video. At any rate, again, thanks for your time and thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.